Good morning. It's February 9th. So the morning after the Canucks lost the final game of their three-game series with Toronto Maple Leafs. Um, I don't know what to say with that other than they didn't look very good. I didn't even watch the third because it was a 1-1 tie going into the third. They didn't look they just looked like anything was ready to happen. Sure enough, I checked my phone a little while later and they're down 3-1. That's it. They're pretty shaky. They're obviously their confidence is pretty rattled. But I want to talk about the Laine thing. I want to talk about Chris Tanev, Jacob Markstrom, and Quinn Hughes. So that's coming up. So as for Patrik Laine, we all saw it happen yesterday. He was benched for the third period by Tortorella. A couple of weeks ago when he was first traded, we called this, like a lot of people said, geez, this doesn't look good. Because if you've ever watched Patrik Laine play, I noticed it, right away when he was a rookie. He's highly skilled, huge guy, but the guy is lazy. And I thought, oh my gosh, he's going to go to Columbus and he's going to play for Torts. And Torts expects you to go out there and give her every shift. By the way, I actually totally respect that. And that's the way he coaches, and hey, if he can turn this guy around, that would be great because it's clearly the guy wasn't working hard enough out there, and that's why he got the bench. And you know what? Laine has everything to prove here. It isn't on Torts because this guy whined his way out of Winnipeg. Now he's already in trouble there. So it's his brand that he's trying to sell. If you want, think about that. Laine wanting another trade and say at the end of this season, that would be funny. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that because I have a video on him earlier on, and it is what it is. So I talked about in another video just a couple days ago about Quinn Hughes and his defensive struggles. And yeah, he's now at the bottom of the league in plus minus. And anybody that says that's not a relevant stat is full of it because it is. And especially when you're last. He's got 17 points, but he also has like a minus 13. So he's having problems, obviously. The whole team is, but his plus minus is way worse than anybody else on the team, especially the other defensemen. And I just want to say that reading social media and a lot of people, they're talking about Tanev and Tanev's presence and how much that helped Quinn Hughes. Absolutely. That's probably why, Hamonic was brought in, but then Hamonic went down with injury. Quinn needs that stabling presence as somebody that plays a bruising kind of style like back there, like Tanev was like just, lay it out there. My problems with Tanev, though. So Chris Tanev he hasn't played a full season in his career. Last year he was on pace to play a full season, but it was a contract year, so keep that in mind. He's had a lot of injury games, and I don't blame that entirely on him because that's the kind of style he plays. He plays blocks shots a lot. He's fantastic that way. The guy plays with so much heart. But they signed him in Calgary for $18 million over 4 years. That's a huge contract for a guy who's 31 years old. The Canucks already at 31 years old and has that many miles on him already. The Canucks already have lots of huge contracts that they signed. That's probably Jim Benning's biggest problem right there is the term on contracts he's giving guys. And this one probably wouldn't have went over very well. And what if he's in second year into his contract and pretty much done? So and here's the thing. I don't wish this on the guy, but he could go down this season with the rigorous schedule, especially when Calgary starts playing a lot of games. And if he does, that's going to be a huge hole for them. So we'll see how that plays out. But I have no problems with him moving on based on that contract and the term on it. And Canucks are going to have to suffer the pain from it. And they're going to have to find somebody to fit in there with Hughes, though. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Jacob Markstrom. I said to friends of mine, when he first started playing for the Canucks when they got him from Florida and he played for a bit, and they were like, oh, he's garbage. I said, no, this guy's going to be a stud. And And it proved it over and over and over. He got better and better and better. Some good goalie coaching in Vancouver. Lots of games played. The guy is an absolute stud. Everybody knows it. I do not think the Calgary Flames are that good of a team. I think this guy is a patch, just like he was with Vancouver. I think Vancouver, look at Vancouver now. A couple of pieces missing, and that presence of Markey in the back there. And, right now Demko and Holtby are not Markstrom. And it really shows. But what if Markstrom goes down? And Markstrom has been known he gets injuries when he's overworked. So for the Calgary Flames' sake, they better, figure out ways to get Riddick in there more. Because if this guy gets tweaked and he's down, it'll hurt. Because it hurt us last season. The Canucks last season, we had him go down for a bit, and Demko wasn't quite ready in the regular season, and we started losing games, and you could see the confidence of the team dip a bit. I mean, you have a goalie like that, like Markstrom behind you, and it makes guys play. They just play a different style. But anyways, so again, there's something that the Canucks had to do. Contract term, 6 years, holy cow. And they're hoping Demko will come around, and I really believe he will, but it's going to come down to the team figuring out their problems in front of him and helping him build his confidence. And that's all I have to say about that. And if you, thanks for listening. If you listened through that whole 7 minutes, that I appreciate it. I'd love your feedback. And please like and subscribe if you feel that I'm worthy to listen to. And thank you very much, and have a wonderful day, and happy hockey, folks.